My 17F mom, 33F, hates me but doesn't want me to move out. Basically, my mom is verbally abusive towards me, and she picks fights with me pretty much every day. She often tells me how she hates me. She wished I wasn't her daughter and how I ruined her life. When I tell her I'm moving in with my dad, she starts apologizing and saying she didn't mean it and saying she doesn't want to live alone. Should I move in with my dad anyway? She wants you to stay so she can continue to vent all her disappointments on you. Just move to your dad's. Definitely, plus she might also be collecting child support which she doesn't want to lose. Is your dad better? You definitely should not be living with a parent who tells you they hate you and you ruined their life and nasty shit like that. She needs to get herself together and get some therapy or something. You didn't choose to be her daughter. You are the result of her choices, and her taking her problems out on you is not okay. She is supposed to be the parent and is acting like a child. I'm sorry you're dealing with this. I heard a mother say, my kids didn't ask to be born, I made a decision to have children. They don't owe me anything and I owe them a good life, and I think that's powerful. My mom never liked me. She plotted my siblings against me as a kid, and my dad once asked me why I can't be the daughter that my mom always wanted. That shit sticks with you. Point being, get out of there so she can't continue the abuse. Suggest therapy as well if it's possible for you. Ask him why couldn't she be the mom you wanted. It was a terrible and stupid thing your father said. Hope things are better for you now. Move out. Move in with your dad. She's trying to guilt you into staying. You don't deserve to feel like shit in your own home. The girl, 23F, 21 meters, been dating, thinks she's gonna lose custody of her daughter and it's my fault. Basically, this girl I've been dating, we're not serious, has a 5-year-old daughter and her ex is trying to get full custody of her. He says she's an unfit parent. Yesterday I invited her to come to a party with me. She agreed and got her daughter a babysitter. While at this party she posted videos on her Snap/Instagram stories of us partying, drinking, and doing drugs. Her ex saw it. He called her and said she was dumb for posting that. She abandoned their daughter to drugs, and she was definitely going to custody now. She was already upset after that call, but then she spoke to her lawyer and they said it didn't look good for her case. Then she flipped out on me saying this was all my fault and none of this would have happened if I hadn't invited her to that party. Then she told me to leave her alone. Obviously, I'm gonna leave her alone, but I just want to know, is this all my fault? Not your fault lol. Unless you forced her to post herself doing drugs, this one's on her. Thank you. I was genuinely believing I was responsible for all this, but these comments reassured me. Your girlfriend is an idiot. This. What do you mean the things I do have consequences? It must be your fault. Probably. No, there is such a thing as personal responsibility. Her choices are her own fault. Lol, you're dating a moron. She's in a custody battle and posting videos of doing drugs online. That's grade A stupidity. That's all her fault. Everybody deserves a little party once in a while to unwind. But doing drugs and posting it publicly, that's all on her. She's dumb as f. The girl is dumb. When you are having legal issues about custody, you don't go to a party to do drugs, or if you do, you don't post that. WTF. Everything will be used against, so yay, not op fault, just dumb girl. I, 25M, accidentally walked in on my brother's girlfriend, 22F, in the bathroom after knocking twice and she didn't say anything. My brother, 23M, blew it out of proportion, cursed me out and also our mom when she tried to intervene. How can I help him see my point of view? Our living situation is that my brother and I live with our parents and his girlfriend also lives with us since she was 16. Basically, she didn't want to move to another state. We're in the US, with her parents, and they were somehow okay with her staying with us. She didn't want to live in Florida. She was from New York. Anyways, at home I always knock twice before going into the bathroom. But I walked in on my brother using the bathroom once. Haven't had this issue for over a year. Yes, Yesterday I go downstairs, knock twice, and his girlfriend is using the bathroom. I say sorry and close the door immediately. Brother comes back later during my online class lecture and blows up. Says I was in the wrong and I have no decency because I lack the courtesy to knock and wait a couple of seconds more. Then the girlfriend pops out from his room. She says please just try to remember to knock and listen. Because I don't ever barge in on anyone, because I don't do that. Because I have the decency to knock and listen to see if someone's in there. Even if they don't say I'm in here, I can hear the pissing, the shitting, whatever, and then I leave. But I knocked twice. I gave her time and I even said I was sorry. The way the bathroom is set up, the door in facing your face when you sit on the toilet. The doorknob lock is literally right in front of you, so she could have locked the door at any time when I was knocking. Brother proceeds to curse me out using several F-bombs and all. This is what he said verbatim to my mom when she tried to intervene while he left my room. It's a serious problem that not only you do, he does too. I'm tired of it happening, so I'd appreciate a little bit of effort from the two of you, that's all I want. Brother: okay, let's try. Mom: no, that's not what I'm asking from you. I'm literally just asking for that tiny bit of thinking. That's it. Brother: all our doors have locks. This only happened one time with her in all these years she's been living with us. How can I help him see my point of view and that this was just an accident? Too long didn't read. Opened the bathroom door to my brother's GF after knocking twice and no response. Totally not intended. I said sorry and immediately closed the door. Brother goes nuts and he proceeded to curse my mum out. How can I help him see my point of view? Update: wow, thank you everyone for your wonderful feedback. I'm glad to know there is consensus that what happened here was ridiculous. Just lock the door. I have texted my brother this thread because of all this support. Here is his text response. Can also provide a screenshot as proof. I knocked twice and gave her time to respond is not what you did. I need you to give a couple seconds for someone to respond like you've already agreed to. It's better you made a post about this and washed over a lot of the details, but if you really need to feel right about it, do whatever. I don't really have anything else to say to you, but if you really need to talk, I'll be home later. / I will implement malicious compliance. If you left the door unlocked and his GF walked in on you showering, who do you think he'd blame? Give me a reason why you don't lock the door. Don't accept any of their answers and refuse to budge. If they say it's not their fault but yours, say I knocked, and this could have been avoided if she locked the door. I did everything I could, and she didn't do the one thing that would have stopped this from happening. If they say they're lazy and don't feel like it, say okay, then what if I'm also feeling lazy and don't feel like knocking? That's not an excuse. You have the upper ground here because who leaves the door unlocked and blames someone else? Lol. You wouldn't do that at a public restroom? Yes, and ask your brother why he's tired of this happening if this is the first time. Is the GF telling him it's happening more often? Why didn't she lock the door? If she heard the knock, why didn't she respond loudly and clearly? That's a basic rule that should be set moving forward along with locking the door. Something is weird about this situation. How is listening in on someone using the bathroom better than knocking twice and waiting for a reply? I have to admit, I would straight up ask her to never listen for me in the bathroom again, as I personally find the thought of that creepy. This is about something more than walking in on her. They are both bothered about something else and using this as an outlet to vent about it. Christ. Unless she was fully naked spread eagle on display, this is such a minor thing to cause such a conflict about. She could have locked the door just as much as you could have listened for pissing and shitting. Defend your mom, don't try to make them see it from your perspective, because walking in on someone on the toilet is generally a freaking accident anyway. Step 1. Every time you go into a bathroom you should knock and then ask if anyone is in there extremely loudly. If they happen to be sleeping and they get woken up, maybe they'll see your point of view. Step 2. Put the update on malicious compliance.